Alright guys, you almost finished? We ready to get started? Any volunteers to show number 1? Jill, thank you.
So I'm gonna rewrite it, but I use the distance formula. And I plugged in my values. I just used, this is my x1, y1, this is my x2, y2. So I'm going to plug in 5 and 3 in the first one. I'm going to do x2 minus x1, so I'm going to do 3 minus 5 squared. Then I did y2 minus y1, 8 minus 2 squared. And 3 minus 5 is negative 2 squared, plus 8 minus 2, that's 6 squared. Negative 2 squared is 4. 6 squared is 36. Add those together, I got the square root of 40. I knew there was a perfect square in there, 4 times 10. So I took the square root of 4, 2 square root of 10.
Perfect. Did everybody get that answer? Yeah. Do we have any questions? No? Nick, would you mind doing number 2 for us?
So this is x1 and x2 and y1 and y2. Then x1 is negative 2 minus x2, which is negative 4. So you add positive 4 squared. Y1 is 0 minus 5. We're squaring it, so I just didn't bother putting it negative. So 4 plus 25 is 29. That's not reducible.
If you'll notice, the way Phil did it first, he did x2 minus x1, and the way Nick did it, he did x1 minus x2. So that, again, shows either way, you're going to get the same answer. Be cautious if you use Nick's trick of not putting in your 0. I would recommend when you're starting, you put the 0 just to make sure you don't lose any terms along the way, but great job. All right, and number 3. Lauren, thank you. Thank you, Nick, for showing me that.
I can't read it. Okay. So I use I use negative 2 as my x2 and negative 4 as my x1. So I have negative 2 minus a negative 4, which I changed the 2 negative signs to pluses just for me. But that's all inside of a parentheses, and I squared all that. Plus my 0 is my y2, 5 is my y1, so 0 minus 5, quantity squared. So then I get the square root of 2 squared plus 25, and 2 squared is 4, and 4 plus 25 is 29. So I got the square root of 29, which was just like Nick's answer, so it's not reducible.
Did you guys notice similarities between 2 and 3? Did anybody pick up on that?
Yes.
That was a little trick. If you realized you could go either way, you would have known you could have skipped and that you would get the same answer. But I'm glad that you guys worked it out. That was just to show you guys one more time, reinforce that either way works. And if you think about it, the reason that works is because as long as you're going to have the same coordinates, you're going to get the same distance, it's just in a different direction. Alright?
And that's because it's squared under the root. So what negative number you square it up, you're going to have positive number. So it doesn't matter what coordinate you use, whatever point A or B coordinate you use for x1 and y1, you're still going to have the same answer.
Correct. Just be really careful to keep your x's together and your y's together. That's the main point. Thank you for sharing, Lauren. Anyone want to take a stab at number 4? Materia? Yep.
So, as Miss Erin, I forgot to get your last name.
That's fine.
We are plugging in what we have for the distance formula, even though we're looking for A. So that's what I did for the first step. So for the next step, I learned in Mr. Johnson's class, we have to use the FOIL method. So we have to FOIL this out. So I got A squared minus 8A minus 16 plus 16. Yes. So then plus the 16 because we have negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4 squared is 16. So I can scribble this out because I messed up. So square root of 52 equals the square root of A squared minus 8A plus 32.
Everybody see that she combined her two values of 16 there to get the 32.
And then Mr. Bill's class, we learned to do the opposite inverse. So I'm going to square this. Now I'm going to flip it over. Sorry. Disregard that. Anyway. So I think we had 52 equals A squared minus 8. Enter authorization code. Plus 32.
Slide it down just a little bit.
I want to know what these accents are.
Everybody following along all right?
Yes.
Then I'm going to subtract 32 from both sides. Because you want to single out A. Then you can factor out A.
No, one more step you're forgetting. Wouldn't it be a good idea to bring this 20 over to the other side and have the 0?
Oh, that might be smart. So we're going to say bye-bye, 20.
So what she also could have done was subtracted 52 from both sides to get the 0. That would,
Yeah.
Right
I
on.
guess I wanted to be so positively
good.
friendly 20, but okay. And now we can put it back like this.
Candy J.
Thanks.
Minus plus.
perfect.
So 8
Perfect.